Do you want to get provocative real quick?
Sure.
So nowadays, there's a lot of conjecture about the historical accuracy of different things involving World War II. And Jamie, if you were to go to the Baalbek folder, or in fact, go to the folder called Swastika. So this is something that I got tremendous heat for. Whereas that when I went to Baalbek, I noticed that there were swastikas all over the place. And I'm like, well, that's interesting.
That's an ancient symbol, though.
What a lot of people are not aware of is that the swastika is prehistoric. It's found on 5 continents around the world and dates back approximately 10,000 years. It is found in Europe, Africa, Asia, North and South America, all before transoceanic sea travel was thought to be possible. If you scroll through the images, Jamie, you'll kind of give the audience an understanding. Now, let me preface this whole conversation with this. Fuck Hitler.
Of course. Fuck Nazis.
God,
fuck all that.
Right? He stole the symbol, which was a symbol of peace, and he bastardized it. So this right here, I took this photo. You'd almost think it's photoshopped in. This is a photo. This is real. And I'm like, well, this is fascinating. I put this up on Twitter, and I said, did Hitler know something about ancient history that we don't? And the reason why, and this was a sincere question, everyone started calling me a Nazi. I was spreading dangerous Nazism for it. No, this is a grown-up conversation. Right. Hitler was he was evil, but he was intelligent, and the Nazis were arguably the most technologically advanced country at that time in World War II. The jet engine, rockets, and for some reason, for reasons that I cannot find a definitive answer on, is why was Hitler so into archaeology? They call it Nazi archaeology. And the mainstream people will say, oh, well, he weaponized, he was trying to get this Aryan thing going to unite people and just create an enemy.
They'll kick it to Himmler a lot. They'll say that Himmler was the one that was really into that shit.
Yeah. And so that's, by the way, that's Peru. Like 800 years ago. You'll find the Native Americans, the Pima Indians, the Navajo, the Apache, the
There's
Yavapai.
actually a Hindu temple in Los Angeles that was near my old house. Yeah. And we went to visit it. You could actually have weddings there. And they had to have a sign up explaining why there were so many swastikas in the building. Swastikas all over it.
I went to Japan, and it's the same thing there. They have swastikas on different shrines.
Okinawan karate, when I was a kid, Okinawan karate, one of their patches was a swastika. Yeah. And this was when I was a kid. So this is in the 80s when I was studying when I first started studying martial arts. You could get these Okinawan karate patches that had a swastika on it. Had nothing to do with Hitler. It had to do with Japan.
Right.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
All right, so real quick, while Jamie's on this slide, this is from the Hopewell Mound people, which is in modern-day Ohio, and that dates back 2,200 years ago.
Jesus Christ, this is from modern-day Ohio 2,000 years ago?
2,200 years ago. And so here's the point that I'm making about the swastika, is that, look, people debate on whether it was the Milky Way galaxy, the Big Dipper, whatever you want to say its origins were. I do not think that it's a coincidence that a symbol is so specific as it is found on 5 continents around the world before transoceanic sea travel was said to be possible. Because just to remind the audience, it wasn't until 1492 when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. End of. And it's like, no, I believe this is strong, suggestive evidence that humans were traversing the continents and the oceans thousands of years before we were taught in school, which is evidence of being more advanced than we were taught in school.
Right. Now, what did they think this thing was?
Well, I have an idea about that. I mean, it's not, it's just Dan's idea, but the four directions, the cross that's the root of the swastika, that's pretty commonly used, even in Native American culture, as like cardinal points, right? This is north, south, east, and west. So this could be a symbol for the passage of time. This sky is turning. The cardinal points turn.
Rotation of the Earth, along with the points of the compass.
Exactly. Now, that's what but that's just an idea. I mean, that doesn't it doesn't really add a whole lot of context to it as far as
Why not just have a cross then? Up, down, left, and right.
Isn't it crazy that a geometric pattern is evil?
Yeah.
And not just a geometric pattern, but a mustache.
It's funny.
It's deeply offensive.
It's funny.
It's fucking crazy.
It is.
Like, your beard is fine. Nobody has any problems with it. But imagine, like, if you have a wizard beard. You believe in child sacrifice, you piece of shit. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's very strange what we've done. And obviously, that's how horrific Hitler was.